Evaluating ROI on time, energy, and earnings isn't just about numbers. It's about understanding how every choice you make compounds over time. In today's video, I'll break down exactly how I evaluate ROI on all three, time, energy, and earnings, and why the methods I use could completely change how you look at your daily choices. Stick around because there's one game-changing insight that most people miss, and I'll share that with you at the end. So, here's the thing. Most people measure ROI by just looking at money. But if you're like me, you've realized that time and energy are even more valuable assets. You can't always get time back, and energy is finite. So let's start with time. When I look at an opportunity, I ask myself, how much time will this take compared to the potential outcome? Sure, some things will take longer, but the key is understanding whether those extra hours are going to move the needle in a meaningful way. Now, when it comes to energy, it's a little more nuanced. Energy is the fuel that powers everything you do. You can't measure it in the same way you do money or time. But I track it in terms of focus. What drains my focus the most? What gives me that spike of energy that makes me want to keep going? I learned this the hard way a few years ago when I tried taking on too many things at once. Turns out, it's not just about how much you can do, it's about how well you can do it. Focus and energy have a direct impact on how well you can execute. Then comes earnings. This one's pretty straightforward, but the trick is understanding how your earnings scale. It's not about making $10 today, it's about building systems that allow you to earn consistently over time. That's why I always take a long-term view on earnings. Will this effort pay off in 3 months, 6 months, or a year? A few years back, I started realizing that my time, energy, and earnings were all connected in ways I hadn't fully appreciated before. So, I began focusing more on projects that would give me compounding returns over time. Some people will chase quick wins, but I realized that sustainable ROI comes from choices that build momentum. Now, here's the part that most people miss. The real secret to evaluating ROI is being able to pivot when things aren't working. I've spent years making decisions based on what I thought was a good ROI, only to realize a few months later that the equation didn't add up. Whether it's shifting my focus to a new project or reworking my energy towards something more productive, I've had to become comfortable with recalculating my ROI in real time. This is where I want to challenge you to think differently. Don't just settle for the first thing that feels like it'll work. Don't be afraid to stop and evaluate if your efforts are aligned with your bigger goals. It's one of the most important lessons I've learned throughout my career, and now, it's part of my daily routine. So, if you're looking to evaluate your ROI on time, energy, and earnings, the key is balance. Time, energy, and earnings all feed into each other, but they work best when you actively measure them together. You don't need to follow the crowd and chase quick wins. Instead, focus on sustainability. If you got value from this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm creating content that doesn't have hidden incentives or affiliate commissions, just straight-up insights to help you make better decisions with your time, energy, and earnings.